Welcome back to Bee Loft by LipTech. Today is Saturday, April 11th. It's noon. We're out here at the Mechanic Apiary, 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 degrees Celsius. We have 5 hives that we're going to check on today. Add some supers if we need to, add some boxes. We'll see how they turn out. Just do a quick glance at these and get our season going. Just do some basic checking, balance them out, and we'll get an update. Stay tuned. You can see here we got some bees flying out of this hive, some bees in that hive there. Let's see, walk around. This is my first glance at these. I really didn't look at them. I got to clear out some of this junk here. But we got bees there and some bees flying there. I don't see... I'm worried about this one. I don't see any bees coming out of this one, so hopefully we don't have any issues, but we'll see how it goes. So I start at the middle hive here. Looks like we have a small cluster still working here, so we're going to get rid of this sugar, get this off the hive. Bees don't need this anymore. Get the best I can off of that. And, hopefully these weren't robber bees, just resting up here. Let's see what we got going on. We gotta separate these frames. These might just be robber bees. I mean, there's no coverage here. Up underneath here. Oh yeah. This is just a cluster of robber bees, it looks like. Unfortunately. Continue to have problems with my frames here. Gotta get these separated. There's nothing on that. Let's see what's going on with this cluster. And this is the smallest cluster I've ever seen. See what we got going on here. Oh, we do have a queen. That's a queen right there in the middle. But she's a small one. So let's put this back together. We might give them a boost with some extra bees from the other hive, but this is a small cluster, so bees are still alive here. Let's see what you got. Yeah. Let's see what's going on down here. Oh yeah, there's lots of weight. Lots of weight in this hive. So we just have to get this queen laying. So I'm going to rotate these boxes here, put that in the middle, get some honey up above them, and we'll see how that goes. But we'll check the other hives, see what extra resources we have, and see if we can balance them out a little bit. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm in the second hive here. Widen the angle out a little bit. And we got a nice cluster going on right here. I'm not seeing a lot of bees down below, so I'll pop this over in just a second. But before I spread this out any further, saw a lot of nectar on this fourth frame over. We're going to get right in the middle here and see how the queen's laying. We got a lot of pollen here. Some nectar on this outside here. We got pollen in the middle here. It's looking pretty good. It's kind of hard to see, I think, because of the lighting. But trying to find the brood. And I don't see any brood in here yet. I got to get to the next frame. I'm stirring up the bees just a little bit. Give them a little bit of smoke. It's a nice cluster going on here, and it is early April. Bees here, some hives get going pretty well early on, and others take a little bit longer to boost up. Oh yeah, there's our brood. Look at that. That's a nice brood pattern. Nice and full on both sides. Looking great. We got some drone cells down there at the bottom. You can see starting to fill them in. So we got some larvae out here on the outside. I think not the best day or best timing here with the sunlight the way it is to look at this. But they're looking good. Put this back in. And we'll check one more frame just to make sure they're going well. Then I'm going to check the other 3 hives, see if anybody's overabundant. Yeah, again, nice brood pattern. Looking great there. So let's slide this back together. See some orange pollen coming in. I'll be on this next frame. We'll show you that. Got this bee right there by my thumb. You can see it's got the orange pollen there. Looking pretty nice. I don't see the queen. Oh, dang it. It just slipped out of my hands. Hopefully the queen wasn't on that other side. I gotta go look at these bees on the ground now. So those are the mistakes that happen during beekeeping. Try not to drop your frames if you can avoid it. Let me squeeze this back together. And I'm going to look on the ground there, make sure I didn't drop the queen, so I didn't get a good look at that other side. That's not what you want to do. Again, it happens. I did drop the queen one time and found the bees clustering around this ball and found the queen, got her back in the hive. So let me make sure I didn't drop her down here, and I'll get back to you shortly. I'm just going to push this back together. I don't want to mess with that anymore. Okay, so this is the very end hive here in the first hive, and I pulled off the lid here, and they had a lot of paper still, but they shredded it up a lot, so I got that off. But I don't have the screen on this one, and the bees are able to come straight out. So grab my smoker here real quick and give them a little smoke here. Get them down. They're bringing in a lot of pollen on this side. So I figure I'd give you a first view on this, and we'll pop this open. They've got it glued down pretty good. So this is a deep with a medium. There's a hive beetle coming out right there. I'll get that right away. I don't see any hive beetles up here. I don't see the queen up here. Looks like they might be needing space as they're drawing some wax on the top here. I'm going to set that off to the side. you can see this hive is just packed with bees. Let me get a zoom in. Let's see here. So you can see that there. Lots of bees. You got from over here all the way out to the end here, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, that's a full hive. They definitely need another box on it, or I'm gonna have to reverse these boxes if this bottom one is empty. So let me zoom back out here. I'm sure not gonna knock the camera over and give these bees a little more smoke. We're gonna grab a couple frames out. If I see any swarm cells, I might separate that into a 5-frame box. It's still a little early to make my splits, I think, as the it's usually late April into May is when the drones really get going. Although you did see at the backyard apiary at the end of March there, about 3 weeks ago, that the drones were getting laid and growing and developing well. So let's see if I can get this frame out without breaking it apart. I definitely have to switch to staples. I was doing nails and that was stupid. Don't use nails, use staples. So yeah, there's nothing out here. Oh, yep, there is. We got, get my pen here so I can zoom in. We got some drone larvae. Oh, the bees just covered it up here. Right in this space here. Let me get that. See if I can get them out of the way. Blowing on them. But we got some drone larvae up here. Again, the lighting is not the best to see this, but it might come through on the camera. I'm not sure. It's a medium box, or a shallow box actually, not a medium. I'm going to set this one off to the side here. And we'll pull another frame out. See how that's going. Oh, it's a heavy one. That's good. Oh yeah, same thing here. Got lots of larvae right there. You can see. Oh yeah, this is a good. You can see it on this one. I can see it on the camera. So yeah, lots of drone larvae there, and then they're putting honey over on this side. So lots of drones on this side too. So this is a good box of bees. I'm definitely going to give them another box today. See if they can draw it out. They are absolutely full. Let me stick this back down in here. We're going to take a quick peek in between here. Let me zoom back out. And I'll back this up a little bit. And hopefully we can get a good view. Frame holder off here. And get a good view at the bottom of this box. And into the next one. They got it glued pretty good. There we go. Oh yeah, look at all that drone larvae there. It looks like, yep, looks like we had one queen cell right there. Let's see if there's anything in it. Let me balance this out here. Was there anything in it? Nope, there was nothing in it, luckily. So we made it in time. So I'm going to put another I'm just going to put an empty box on here, move some frames around. I gotta set this down somewhere. Gotta get this box down. So hold on for a moment, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to show you this. Look at this nice brood frame here. So I'm going to stick that in the middle of this upper box that I'm adding. And then I'm going to get another frame. Let me check this outer frame. See if I want to use the outer frame or the next frame over. Okay, this has honey in it. This is looking pretty good. So I'm going to leave that on the outside here. And we're going to go to the next frame over. And we got a nice brood pattern here. And we got some extra comb at the bottom there, some drone comb drawn on. Make sure the queen's not on here. Where I put this in. Actually, I'm not going to use this frame because I think if I put this frame up top, I'd squish that drone comb, and I really don't want to squish any comb. Let me go one more frame over. I'm going slow here. I'm wearing these new Apis tactical gloves, and I think I need to get the Apis suit, which I do need a new suit. Been using this one for about, I don't know, 6 years or 7 years, and I had a hole in the veil. I replaced the veil and got another hole in the veil. So yeah, I'm going to put this one up top. It doesn't have anything at the bottom. It's got some space on it. It's like it's got a merging brood. So I'm going to put that with this one here. There we go. So I got those two there. I'm going to push this brood back over. Actually, I'm going to bring the brood to the right because I got to put a frame. Man, they got that glued together pretty darn good. So real quick, I'm going to take this frame, move it back over one space. I'm going to put a blank in here. It's got wax on it. I'll stick that right in here. Slide that closer. And let's see if I can get these moved over without squishing the bees. Trying to keep these frames all together. There we go. Let's check this one here. See if we got brood on this frame or food. Yeah, it's all nectar. And it looks like the frame next to it might be empty. So I'm just going to leave this one out here. And I'm going to put another blank in between here. Again, it's got some wax on it. Hopefully they like it. We'll drop that in here. Oh, it's kind of sticking out. Let me adjust that a little bit. Pull it a little bit. There we go. All right. So, all right. Well, I'm going to put this back on here and take my frame rest out. There we are. I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to go check this. Go back to that middle hive again. See if I can steal some frames from there and put them in here. And put some blanks over there, and we'll see how that goes. But okay, so we're wrapping it up here. I think it's about 1 o'clock. I didn't look at the time, but I'm pretty sure it's been here about at least an hour. might check and update you that on the end. So this hive's doing really well. This hive's doing great. Lots of bees. I have the 2 supers on here. They're starting to put honey in the first one, so I added a second one just to make sure they build up. And then this hive here, the small hive, I didn't do anything with it. It's got such a small cluster, I don't think it's worth nursing it. And if we need to, make splits later, I'll just use all the resources from there. I did take the box from here, use the resources over here on this box, gave them a couple empty frames, but then used most of the resources from this hive to help this hive over here, boost that one up. This hive here, 4th hive, has poor laying pattern. It's pretty much all over the place. So I think the queen is at the end of her life. So we'll see if the bees replace her on their own. If not, I'll end up replacing her, superseding her somehow. And then this hive here is building up great, doing wonderful. I need to redo this yard at some point and get everything pointed the same direction, adjusting things, weekly as I turn it, and then get them pointing out that way. And then I got to redo my barrier here, my wind barrier, and make this a little nicer. It's been a while. I think this is my 6th year out here, maybe, helping them do these bees. And so we'll see how it turns out. Thank you for watching Bee Loft by Liptech. I'll see you on the next video.